We are women with voices. We've talked about that this evening. We've certainly seen women up here tonight who have a voice and have used that voice. We know about the women's movement that has recently come out, and the hashtag #MeToo and hashtag #WeToo and the hashtag Time's Up and all the hashtags that are out there. We've got it going. And some of the things that are out there are good. They're doing some positive things. Some of them have agendas behind them, and we need to be aware of some of those agendas. But I believe that we as women, as Christian women, know that we have a voice as well, a strong voice. You know, my mother was told as a child that she wished she'd never been born and she never amount to anything. She was brought to Reno, Nevada, because her father had run off on the family, and my grandmother, her mother, came to Reno because Nevada had no rules. And so she came to Nevada to get a quick divorce because she could move on with her life there. And that's how I ended up in Nevada. And eventually I was born in Reno as well. My parents ended up in Las Vegas, and that's another long story. But I was raised in Sin City, but in a very strong Christian community and home. I was raised by a mother who had been raised in what I call the traditions of the Catholic Church. She knew all about the traditions. She knew how to say the Hail Marys and take her communion and do all those kind of things, but never had a personal relationship with the Lord. Women, you have a voice. We have a voice as Christian women. And it's so easy to get ramrodded with all the other voices out there in our world and culture today. We are in life-threatening situations all the time. We are in challenging things that come out of nowhere. And we have a choice. Do we get bitter or do we get bold? If you were to Influence Evening recently, we talked about the way that they call the third way. The culture in our world tells us to fight or to flight, right? We're going to run or we're going to fight back. Jesus says there's a third way. And it's written up in Romans 12, so I would read that. It's about being respectful of people in love and offering up forgiveness, not because we're right or that we haven't been hurt, but because God calls us to that. He calls us to forgiveness.